What's up? It's Wild 94.9, the Bay's #1 hit music station. My name's Crystal Rosas, and this is Olivia O'Brian.
Hi.
So we're just gonna get to know her, and she's gonna introduce herself to us. And yeah, where are you from?
I'm actually from Napa, so I'm from out here. I used to listen to Wild 94.9 when I lived out here, so.
Okay, so on the JV show, we have a member named Graham, and he reps Napa till the death of him. But our listeners always battle him and say that
I saw the Bay Area.
Yes!
But if you Google it, it's one of the, I think there's like 5 counties in the Bay Area, and Napa County is one of them, so I'm just saying, we get the radio station.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I'm not gonna, don't quote me on this, but I saw on Twitter that the Bay Area actually is 111 cities, and I was like, all right, y'all start sounding off, because that sounded like a lot, but I guess
but it's, I mean, it's different, like, it's like, I think like 5 or maybe more than that counties, and then there's a bunch of cities within each one. I don't know.
Well, Bay Area. Bay Area, that's fine. And growing up, did you come like to San Francisco?
Oh yeah, all the time. Every concert I went to, every time I had to go shopping, because like there's nothing in Napa. Like there's literally like one outlet mall that has like the Gap, and that was it. So
yeah.
Yeah, I was out here all the time. It's my favorite city in the entire country for sure.
Aw, and then did you study up there a little bit? Right, you did like 2 years of high school, I think.
Yeah, I did 2.5 years of high school. Yeah, or no, I did actually. I completed 3 years. I went 2.5 at my. I went to. Catholic high school called Justin Siena, and then I went to independent studies when I started doing music, and I did that for a semester, and then just kind of stopped going, which don't recommend that.
But it's okay.
Not promoting that, but yeah.
And then did you move to LA really quickly after that, or?
Yeah, I started like kind of going halfway. Like I would be there like 3 days a week when I was doing independent studies. So when I was like 15, 16, and then when I was
like on your own, or do you have
with
family?
my dad. My dad was really supportive. He would go down with me all the time, and we would like.
Your dad was like your road dad?
Yeah, and he's actually my business manager too, and he's so cute.
Wait, is that him?
No, that's my
manager. Sorry. No offense. I mean,
Rich is offended. He's like, I'm not that old. No, my dad, but he's so cute. He'll like bring me like cut up fruit to like my rehearsals and stuff. Like he just is the cutest. Like so supportive of me.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's really cool that your dad was super supportive like that too. And your mom was probably like out here working and stuff, or?
Yeah, my parents got divorced when I was like 9, I think. So I mean, yeah, I just kind of did everything with my dad. I moved in with him when I was like 15. Like love my mom still, but she has her own stuff she's doing.
Whoa, yeah. You were a teen with your dad.
Yeah.
Was that hard for him, or were y'all like best friends?
No, we were. Yeah, I'm like so close with him. I love him. He's the best person ever.
And do you have siblings, or it's just you?
Yeah, I have an older sister. She like went to college. She's actually 6'2" and bright blonde. Naturally has never dyed her hair. Like we look nothing alike, and we're so opposite in every way. Like she works on a dude ranch in Wyoming and like lives there, and like yeah.
Oh, so whenever you need like a vacation to clear your head, you can go to Wyoming.
Wyoming, yeah. She like rides horses and like takes photos of nature, and she's like super outdoorsy and cool. But she came here to surprise me. She came yesterday. She surprised me when I was getting my nails done. Her and my mom showed up, and she was like, "Surprise! I came to your show." I was like, "Oh my god."
And what does she think? She's like, "Oh, my little LA sister out there and being an artist and stuff."
Yeah, I think she kind of judges me a little bit. I mean, everyone kind of is like, "Oh, you didn't go to college? Like that's weird." I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm surviving.
It's working out.
Yeah. So she definitely took a more like normal path in life, and I think she kind of thinks I'm a little bit weird, a little wacky, but. We get along great now. We used to not. I think sisters just always kind of have beef. Like naturally, you're just born into like having beef with your sister. Like we used to like physically try to fight each other.
Yeah.
And she's like gigantic and like she's like 6'2" and she's like really athletic. So I would always lose.
Yeah. She could pin you down. You're like, don't kill me.
But now we're close and we're friends. I think distance kind of makes you closer when you have a sibling. Like when you're not in each other's space all the time. So yeah.
What would you guys fight about the most? Just like you
stealing clothes. Yeah, definitely. I would steal her clothes. I don't know. I think I was kind of like the bad kid. I wasn't even bad. Like we both like got good grades and like did like well, but I just was like slightly a little bit more rebellious than my sister, and so she would just like be a tattletale.
Snitch on. Oh my, that's how my brother was. Oh my gosh, siblings who snitch on other siblings. Like, what is you doing?
It's messed up.
Like, why would you
be on
do
the same
that?
Team?
Yeah, y'all be playing. That's exactly how my brother was. It was the worst. And so then when you moved to LA or going back and forth, I've heard you talk a little bit about how you kind of met some fake people on the way. And what is like one example of something you're like, y'all really about to do that to me in front of my face? Do you have like one example that stands out?
I
mean, fake people
there's
in LA.
Been so much. Like I don't even. I'm at the point now where like I'm so good at recognizing it in people. Like I can almost immediately tell like when someone's gonna like be fake to me, or like they're just not a good person, or they're lying. Like I can, because I've gone through it so much, like since I moved there, like I can't even name the stories because I try to push them so far into the back of my mind. And also a lot of people that were really mean to me in the beginning, I'm kind of like almost friends with now, just because I don't want to like have beef with people. I don't want to be on people's bad sides. I just much rather like be chill with everyone. So I just kind of learned how to like know my limits with people and know how like what people are gonna like, how to keep people at a distance.
Yeah, you figured out how to filter your bubble, per se. That's good. That's awesome. So are you happy now with who you're surrounding yourself with? And
yeah, definitely. I love my friends, and I don't know. I just feel like I'm also, if something does happen with a friend or whoever, an acquaintance, I know how to like deal with it and not like turn it into drama. Like I can just be like, okay, I'm not going to spend as much time with this person. I don't know. I feel like I've matured a lot just because of everything that I went through when I first came to LA, and it's just like a lot easier for me to like exist there now.
And what do you think about online beef? Because I feel like in the social media sphere and artistry and like all that, it's sometimes kind of works. Like you do see people who are online beefing and you're like, should I like plot something like that on the low just to get that clout? Or are you kind of like, that's just not the route I'm trying to take?
That's so not the route I'm trying to take. I would much rather, like anytime I say something, I literally deleted my Twitter because like I would never like start beef, but like sometimes I would just say something and people would take it the wrong way, and then it becomes this whole thing. And I just like, I'm so tired of that because I don't want that to be the way that people know me. Like I'd much rather have people know me from my music or just from like whatever, just not having beef with someone, not from being mean to someone. I just think that's like so whack.
Aw, yeah, no, I definitely see that too. So you're working on micro albums or micro mixtapes. Yeah, so just kind of a new thing that a lot more artists are embracing and doing now, instead of working for so long, hiding a big project, or just coming out with little stuff that you work on. Do you see that being more of the thing that people are going to be doing now, like more of a trend?
Definitely. I mean, I've seen a lot of people doing it, and it's just a lot easier as an artist. I mean, not to say like it's never easy, but like sometimes when you're working on an album, you care so much about like the concept, because like my last album was very conceptual, and I found myself like not putting on certain songs that I really liked because another song that I didn't like as much like fit better with like the concept of the album. And then you second guess yourself and you're like, oh, do I need to take this off? Am I ever done? Like it's this whole process, and once it's finished, you kind of are still like, I at least was still second guessing myself a lot. Whereas when you can just release a little tidy project all the time, like I'm releasing every like 6-8 weeks, I could just like write a song and be like, I want to put this out, and just do it. And it's so much like less pressure, less stress, less of a thing. And I find that the sooner I can release music, the more connected I am to it, because it's like, I don't want to write a song and then not release it for 2 years. Like sometimes with an album, that's what happens, and then I'm kind of over the song by then, and I feel like I have better stuff, and it's just, yeah, I'm really loving releasing music like this.
And so working so far, you actually write and make a lot of personal music. Guys that you date, I've heard that you like send it out to them before you put it out. You're like, hey, just let you know I wrote these about you. Do you plan on like keeping that flow of like, you know, just really writing real what's happening, or do you feel like maybe sometimes I should just like hold back a little bit? Where's like the fine line between sharing but then like also keeping things for yourself or for someone else's sake?
I mean, I've definitely caused some drama in my relationships with like writing music about people that's like a little too specific. But I don't know. I mean, I'm never gonna like stop being honest and stop like telling my story, but I think there's definitely some times where I should probably stop giving like as much details, stuff like that. I also know that like it's not gonna like I'm not gonna like torture myself forever and keep going through like I don't want to say that I look for like someone that's gonna hurt me, but like I kind of always find myself in situations with guys that like are not very beneficial to me, and then I end up like writing about it. But I can't be doing that for my whole life. Like, I need to start like learning from other people's stories and like writing about like other perspectives that aren't necessarily my own. So that's what I'm trying to work on right now, is like maybe writing about like something that's happening to my roommate or my best friend and something like that.
Okay. And how are you enjoying your tour so far? Because it's just been a few cities you've done, and you're doing the entire country.
I'm scared because I'm like, it feels like I've been on tour for like 3 weeks, and I've literally been on tour for like 4 days.
Oh, yeah.
So gonna be a long one, but I'm excited. It's the first 2 shows were absolutely amazing, and I have my 3rd show tonight here in San Francisco, so I'm really excited. I feel like the Bay Area always has the best crowds. Like last tour, when I ended my tour, I had Oakland and San Francisco show, and it was like both of them were incredible. So I'm super excited.
Yay! Well, we're excited to have you stop by. Thank you for hanging out with us. Cannot wait to hear how your show goes tonight. And you're dropping new music again, maybe next month.
Early April.
Early April.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Yay! Thank you, Olivia O'Brian, for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.